In the third part of the videos about writing web pages, we're going to deal with these last 7 words in HTML that we will learn, and with the syntax we need to use when we are going to use them in a web page. The first 3 are about doing lists. UL stands for unordered list, which means a bulleted list. OL stands for ordered list, which are the lists where the items are counted. And LI stands for list items. We're going to have list items inside our lists. This, the IMG tag, is the tag that puts a picture inside the web page. A stands for anchor, and is the tag that makes links, clickable links in web pages, while EM and strong stand for emphasis and strong, and they are the replacement in HTML for italics and for bold. We are going to start with the last 2 ones because they are the simplest. So here are the italics and the bold. So if you want to do in some regular text italics, for example, for these 3 words, you're supposed to put an EM tag to start and a /EM to finish. Similarly, if you want to make bold text inside HTML, you're supposed to make it strong and then to finish the strong paragraph with a /strong. And then after you do this, you save it. And here are the first three words in italics, then 2 words in normal font, and then the next 3 words in bold. So these are just regular tags. They're coming in pairs. EM means the beginning of italics, /EM means the end of italics. And you have to make sure that you don't forget to close these tags. Take a look what happens if, for example, if you misspell this. If I save it and I reload the page, because the computer does not understand that this is a misspelled strong, it makes bold from here all the way to the end of the page. So let's correct this. And now everything is back in place. One important thing is how to do lists in HTML. Here, at the end of the text, I'm going to make a list. As you can see, it is still in the body. All right, we are here. We are inside the body, so we are inside the web page. But I hope you understand we are not inside the text. We are not inside the paragraph. We cannot put headings into a paragraph. And initially, I wanted to put a heading here. I'm going to illustrate an H3 heading for you. So H3, what I like to eat. And of course, I'm going to end this with a /H3. So as I told you earlier, H's are headings. H1 is the biggest heading, like this hello world here. And then we have smaller and smaller headings by the numbers. So H3, which starts here and ends here, is size number 3 in all the sizes of headings. So I'm going to save this again and reload. Let's take a look. As you can see, this title, this heading, what I like to eat, is more than the page 1, which is Hello World. So what do I like to eat? Well, I'm going to start a list. I'm going to make it first a bulleted list, a UL. So the UL is going to start there. Actually, I'm going to leave a space just to make this more obvious. As I told you, whenever you're writing computer code, you're supposed to make it good for your human eyes to understand it. And I'm already going to put a /UL here. If you might start using some specialized editors for HTML, you might realize that they have some facilities. For example, if you start one of these tags, they're automatically going to put the ending tag for you in there. That is of some help. So UL, my list is going to start here and it's going to end here. What's going to be in my list? Just list items, so nothing else. So the first list item, LI, I like cookies. So what I have here is the first list item in my list. What do I like? Cookies. All right. What else do I like? So what is the second list item? I don't know, let's say chocolate. All right. And let's put a third item. Let's say this is the list item tag, lettuce. So to understand the syntax of this, from here to here, we have an unordered list. As you can see, inside the list, we only have list items. This is a list item, and another one, and another one. It would be illegal, for example, to put something which is not an item list. So, for example, here is some text. Well, that would be illegal. Because a list item is the only thing that can exist inside the list. So now our list is correct. Let's save it. Let's reload. And here is our bulleted list. At the simple level that we are talking about HTML these days, you do not really have control about what kind of bullets are shown. That is a more complicated thing that we're not going to get into. But now, what I'm going to do will be to change this list from being a bulleted list to being an ordered list, a numbered list. So to change our bulleted list or unordered list into an ordered list, what I need to do is to change this U into an O. Of course, if we start an ordered list and we end an unordered list, we're going to get in trouble. So you have to remember to also change this U to an O. So what we're going to get now is that the list will be miraculously counted. And for example, if you're taking, let's say, if you change the order, you're taking these cookies and you're placing them under the chocolate and save, the list will change accordingly. It will still be correct. One more detail about these tags. We can't really put them at random. You try to make them embedded in some way. So the ordered list goes from here to here. And now inside them, we got one list item and another list item and another one. It would be wrong to try to put this tag after the end of the list. To use poetry for this, these tags are supposed to be nested, just like the verses are nested in a poem, which is made in the ABBA rhyme scheme. So if you begin something and you want to put something inside that, you put it inside and then you end that thing you started initially. So all the list items are supposed to be inside the list itself. So let's save it and make sure that we're good. Yes, we're good. So now about images. What if I want to put here at the end of the list an image? Well, if this does not go like in Microsoft Word, that I'm taking an image from someplace and I drag and drop it in this file, it's a little bit different. As you could see in the presentations, the image is going to be separate and it's supposed to be a legal image. Let me give you an example. So this is the folder which is called My Web Project, and this is my index, the file I kept working on and showing you about it. This is an image. It is called dolphins.jpg. So it is a legal image. If I double click on it, it opens up and it shows me what's inside. And it has the correct name, dolphins.jpg, because it is actually a JPEG file. So what if I want to put this image at the end of my list? Well, so if I want to put an image here, actually that image, or actually anywhere I want to put it, this is what the image tag is going to help us with. So I'm going to put IMG. Then I'm going to write SRC, this stands for source, equal, and then in between double quotes, which are supposed to be actually the simple double quotes that you get in plain text, not the fancy double quotes that you get when you're writing something in Word. Well, this doesn't matter, but it is more elegant to make it like this. In here, what I need to do is to write the correct name of that picture file, which is in the same folder as this web page I'm working on. So all I need to do is to write dolphins.jpg. Well, this should do it, but HTML5 has an extra thing. We have to put in a little argument here. We have to write out. This is for alternate. And it is part of HTML5 standard being very friendly to people with disabilities. So people who cannot see very well and have a screen reader, instead of being shown the image, they are going to be read. The text we're going to put in here in between double quotes. Picture of two dolphins. So the most important part here is this part, which says that we should put an image there, and this is the source of the image. And if all those images are in the same folder where our web pages are, we can just put the simple name of them. Otherwise, we'll have to do something which we won't be dealing with right now. We have to pull the full address of where the computer is supposed to find that image. And this alt attribute is just supposed to be a friendly description of what is in that picture for the benefit of people who cannot see very well. Of course, it is up to you. You can say in there, in between the double quotes, anything you want. You can say that this is a picture of two puppies, but that would mean that you are lying. So that's all it takes to put an image into a web page. And wherever this tag goes, and you see, you can notice that this is one of the very few tags that does not come in pairs. Wherever this tag goes, that's what the picture is going to be inserted into the web page. Let's just save it and reload. Well, very beautifully, the picture is in the page. Finally, the links. The links are the most important part of HTML because these are the things that allow us to click on them and to go to this other web page where that link is pointing. They are even mentioned in the name of HTML because hypertext means text with links. Now, let's show you how to make a link. Now for that, I'm going to write a little paragraph here. I'm going to do the /p just to make sure I don't forget it. And in here, I'm going to write a statement, a little sentence. This is my favorite website where I go to read geek news about computers and technology. It's a short sentence. And now, as you know, a link is a part of the text that looks a little bit different. To do that, in this source page, I'm going to take this part and I'm going to make this thing a link, the favorite website. To make this link, as links are called anchors since HTML was invented, and the tag is A, I'm going to put an A here and a /A at the end. So this part of the text, these two words, favorite website, are going to be looking like a link in the web page. Let's take a look, save, and reload. Well, it doesn't look yet like a link because it is not pointing anywhere yet. Favorite. And now it's supposed to look like a link. And when you click on it, where do you go? That place where you go is supposed to be as an argument in the opening tag inside the A. So you say A, then you say href for hyperreference. We write equal, and then in between double quotes, you're supposed to pull the full address of that website where you want to go when you're going to click on these words. So the address of my favorite website is double quotes https:///.org in close double quotes. Let's save this and reload. And now here, this is my link to /.org. If I click on it, I'm taken there. They can read my geek news. So this was the final piece of the quick course in writing HTML.